What's up, everybody? It's the Pirate Stacker, and I'm here with Chief Stacker. How you doing this morning, Chief?
Good, doing good.
All right, I caught him here. We are at a coin show in St. Augustine, Florida. I've never been to it. You've never been to this one?
No, first time.
It's actually right off the highway, and it was a pretty quick drive, so it looks like a really nice place inside. So we're gonna have a lot of fun today, but right now I have 5 questions for Chief. Now these are totally random. Me and Chief know each other pretty well. We've met up a couple of times now, including our first meetup, which was here in St. Augustine.
Right.
And so that's very cool. He's a couple hours from where I live. We're just in opposite directions, but another Florida stacker. So let me hit you with a few questions. There it is.
Best
of the best.
And here's the gold hand. Bradley made 22 karat plus gold.
That thing is beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I was going to ask about that hand, but we're going to save that. Let's start off with, how long have you been stacking or collecting coins in general?
I'm going to say about 4 years aggressively. Many years non-aggressively, but didn't really know what I was looking at. 4 years ago, I found a double struck penny, and that's what's really started out my aggressive coin collecting.
That's awesome. And I'm new to it, and I've just found that I learned so much in such a short amount of time as you're collecting and stuff. Now, did you start off as a collector and you remain a collector, or are you a stacker in there somewhere as well?
It was basically more of an enthusiast, a coin enthusiast, when I started realizing that there was things called double die observe, double die reverses, and things that made coins worth more than face value. And then and even at the time, I didn't realize that you had 90% silver in your 1964 and prior to, because I was never really into coins. Once I started in the coin community, I started finding these things out and realizing, man, why did you wait so many years to collect this kind of stuff? You could have had tons and tons of silver.
That's all of us sitting here kicking ourselves. That
yeah.
If we'd only known, right?
I waited till I was, almost 60 years old before I started collecting.
Very cool.
But it's, I'll tell you, it's one of the most interesting and self-rewarding hobbies that you can really have. When you can look at something in front of you and know this has this much value to it, this coin has $350 value to it, really? And it's just a quarter, or it's just a $50.
Wild.
It's really crazy when you get into the hobby and you really in depth go into the hobby. That's when it really becomes exciting in your life.
Very cool. And I totally agree. I've come across it late. I'm only a couple years in myself. If only I'd known sooner, right? But it's a lot of fun now for all of us. Let me ask you another question. How did you come across your name, Chief Stacker? Give me the story.
Okay, I was in the Navy for 22 years. When I retired out of the Navy, I was a chief engineman. Okay, I worked in the engine rooms of naval destroyers. I did some shore duty, of course. When I retired, after I retired, I also went to the civilians and decided to get a chief engineer license for marine engineering, so that you can go on board a ship, be the chief engineer, and perform those duties as the chief engineer. But you have to get a license through the Coast Guard. So I did my diligence, went and got my license through the Coast Guard. And I was a chief engineer on board oil supply boats that serviced oil rigs. But that's kind of a long story of why I'm not doing that anymore. I was almost killed in the Gulf of Mexico in 1998. That's a different story that I'll tell on my channel.
Yes, definitely.
But that's the reason why I picked Chief Stacker.
There it is. He is a real chief. Thank you for your service. That is very cool. You know, my son, he's actually in the military as well. Really appreciate what you guys do for our country, our freedoms.
Thank you. Thank
all
you
of
very much.
that. Next question. These are going to get harder as we go. Next question. Your house is on fire. All you can grab is your wife and one coin. What coin is it? One coin, that's all you get.
That would have to be the quickest, fastest gold coin I could get my hands on. Everything else is going to sit there, but I got to have at least one gold coin that I can get my hands on to keep and start my stack out with over again.
He would rebuild.
You know, even though it's a fire, doesn't mean everything's going to melt. You can also take those coins and recondition those burnt coins and possibly still have some value.
Fantastic. So he's grabbing gold. I'd be grabbing gold as well. That's a great answer. Number 4. Yeah, there you go. Number 4. You've been making videos for a while now in the community, and you're on a lot of different stuff. Who is the main stackers that you're watching channel-wise? Some of the bigger ones that people might know. Who are some of your favorites? And you know what?
One of my favorites,
it doesn't even have to be big ones. Tell me some of your favorites.
Is Pirate Stacker.
I didn't even tell him to say that.
I'm not saying that because he's standing here. He's a good friend of mine. But I do watch a lot of channels. I'm almost every morning I'm on Ida Herring's channel. I go up on the panel lots of mornings, maybe not every morning. I help out with the trivia, and she just has a wonderful channel. As far as stackers go, I'm going to have to say my inspiration was originally International Stacker.
Oh, mine too.
Okay.
He was mine.
In fact, my very first shout out on my channel was done for International Stacker.
Very cool.
There's quite a few other stackers out there that I'm friends with, but as you can see when you go to my channel, I don't have one of those great big channels that has thousands and thousands of subscribers. I don't get out as much in channels as I really want to. I would probably have more subscribers if I did. But another favorite of mine, I would have to say, would be crossed up between Coin Crew, Keith and Angel over at Coin Crew.
They're great.
And Ravenhawk Coins, Rob Finds Treasure, those type that have quite a few subscribers, and they have some fantastic channels also. So I love watching them.
Very cool. All great channels. Last question, because we're getting ready to get things moving here. We're at a coin show. What are you after today? Are you looking to pick anything up?
Actually, no. I'm right now saving my money. I'm going to the meet and greet in Oklahoma at the end of June.
Yes.
So right now what I'm doing is trying to save as much money as I possibly can for that show. Today, what I'm basically doing here is I'm submitting 16 coins to Annex for grading, and that's my main objective here today. And of course, look around and just kind of look at prices, see what's going on in the premium on coins, and what are some of the premiums out here at shows besides what you see when you go shopping, say at SD Bullion, JM Bullion, AppMex.
Real life pricing.
Yeah, real life pricing is what I want to take a look at.
Very cool. And I'm here as well. I'll also be submitting. This is 5 Questions with Chief Stacker. Make sure you check him out. He's on all over YouTube. I'm going to leave a link below to his channel so you can see what he's got going on. Look, he even gifted me barbers, a couple of which I'm going to grade today as well. Chief, thanks for coming out. Great to see you, and we will talk to you again soon.
Thank you. Love you all. Bye.
See you all next time. Pirate out. Argh.